the aim is try to remember our trig functions, right? We have sine, cosine, tangent, right? What function would we need to use in this case? Cosine?
Yeah.
Cosine would be what? Adjacent over, oh, that's my fault. I have a little right angle. Would you like to change your answer?
Yes, I have it.
None of this, right? So cosine would be, this angle would be what? Adjacent over the hypotenuse, right?
No.
So we have these two angles. What can help us here? I know Tommy knows.
No, what?
What trig function? Sine, cosine, or tangent?
Okay. So that's opposite.
Right, we got opposite.
Wait, are we trying to find an x?
We do want to find x, yes.
So we want adjacent.
Opposite and adjacent is what?
Tangent.
Thank you. Okay, so
I was
there's.
getting there.
I'm sorry. Please, let Tommy answer.
My bad.
No, I'm kidding. So right, we need to use our tangent function, right? So we can set it up as tangent of this angle is
TA.
opposite over adjacent, right?
Actually, not that. I want to hold it like 7:30 last time.
Okay. Might help to have your calculator facing you. First step on. Right, you wanna set it up?
Opposite and adjacent.
Alright, we got tangent of what angle this one, right? So
Yeah.
tangent of 37 right there. Okay, and that equals what?
5.8.
Opposite over that, right? So we're trying to set it up. And we're gonna solve for x, so you gotta get x by itself, right?
So times it by x
Mm-hmm.
on both sides. The answer's 5.0. Yeah.
For x?
Yeah.
That is false. How'd you get that?
I have an equal sign, no x on that side, and I got 5.8.
You have to use a calculator.
So what we,
Oh, yeah.
right, we have to get x by itself, so we go live and 37. That's what we're doing. So it's gonna be, x is gonna equal, right, this 5.08 over tangent 37. Okay. Anybody get anything yet for x? What do you got?
0.127.
0.127?
That's what I got.
So is your calculator in the right, are you in degrees?
I'm ready to be.
What'd you get, Derek?
We're in degrees.
Anything was confusing.
And so 5.08
I got 3.28.
So you wanna take 5.08 divided by 27, this is the opposite. And it helps to end the parentheses, right? So your calculator knows exactly what you want to do. Tan 37, you can close the parentheses and I'll see what you get. That looks a lot better.
On Saturday night.
How would you get rid of 5.5?
What are you gonna get out?
3.28.
Okay, how'd you get that?
I put this stuff in my calculator.
So this is gonna be a little bit different. 37 times tangent of 5.8 is different than what we're asking. So what I'm asking you to do is take, right, is 5.08, so we'll start there. And we're gonna divide it by, I don't know how to type in tangent out here. Can we get tangent out here? So right, tangent, right, and we wanna take tangent of 37, right? Not 37 times. There you go, that's all.
I did it right the first time.
Yeah,
Did
I
it?
did backwards.
Yeah, so we gotta remember, right, that 37, it's like,
So what happened?
when we put it in that space, like inside the parentheses, we're saying like it's a function of 37 rather than 37 times that function. Does that make sense? Agree with me? Okay, so this is how you guys do it. So what you did here is you multiply, right? We have to remember 5.35, right? So type that in again, and you typed it in correctly, just you forgot a division. All right, so what it's gonna look like, right? We're gonna say we have tangent of 37 degrees, right? And so we know that 37 is gonna equal, right? Opposite over adjacent, and we know that because we've been learning our trig functions, right? So our opposite side is going to be 5.08, and we're going to put that over our adjacent side, which is x, and that's what we're solving for, right? So, right, now I want to get x by itself so I can solve for x, right? Just like any other, any algebra problem we normally do. So what I'm going to do is multiply by x on both sides. All right, now I have x tangent 37 is equal to 5.08. Alright, so we still don't know what x is, right? So we're going to divide by tangent of 37 degrees, right, on both sides. What we do to one, we got to do to the other. Right, and this is what we're gonna solve for in our calculator, right? So we're gonna type in our x is gonna be equal to 5.08 over tan of 37, right? And what did you get for that, Rico?
6.74.
6.74? I believe that is correct. So he got a 6.74, okay, right? So we found x. Did everybody get here, or everybody make sense how we got there? Right, so now, right, we have to find the perimeter. What is the last thing we need to find the perimeter? Hypotenuse, right? And so there's a few ways we can get there, right? We can do Pythagorean theorem, or we can use our trig function still, right? If we wanted to find what's it called? Find our hypotenuse. What's a trig function that can help me get there? Cosine of 37?
Cosine of the 6.74.
Wait, so say that again?
You could use cosine and then put x over, or the 6.74 over x.
Right, so what she's doing is she's gonna call this one x now, right? Or we can call it y so we don't get confused, right? So same thing, she said cosine of this angle still, right? But now that we have this angle, we only have one, or sorry, now that we have this side, we have only one missing side, so that we can apply that now. Or we can do 5.08 squared plus 6.74 squared is equal to y squared, right? And we can solve that way. Let's do it Tina's way, right? So we're gonna do cosine of cosine of 37 would be 6.74 over y, right? And it's gonna be the same kind of process here, right? We're just doing it with the y now. We're gonna multiply by y on both sides. Or, I didn't put an equal sign, I'm sorry, that equals to that. All right, multiply by y on both sides. And then we're gonna divide by cosine of 37 on both sides, right? So we're gonna have y is equal to 6.74 over cosine of 37. Can someone type that in the calculator and tell me what we get?
Oh, 5.38.
5.38? Let's make sure we're doing that. I don't think that's what I got. Let me see what you typed in.
I got 8.43.
That is what I got. So right here, once again,
Yeah, I
we
got
have
that too.
that 6.74 times cosine, right? But be very careful when we type in, it has to be divided by. Do you see why?
Yeah.
Right, because when we go through our setup, right, we multiply both sides, it ends up that we're dividing it by that side. Right, so we ended up getting y is equal to 8.44, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can someone tell me where my perimeter is?